I'm going to talk about the 3 weight loss strategies that you keep doing that are keeping you stuck, meaning they aren't really weight loss strategies, you guys. Number 1, overdoing cardio. No matter how much of a knee-jerk reaction it may be to try and get into your jeans and they not fit, or to step onto the scale and see a number much larger than you were hoping to see, going for a run every single day, doing back-to-back cardio classes at the gym, getting 5 of your favorite magazines and camping out on the elliptical, True Life Story, I've done that one before, is not the solution. It's not the solution to get initial results if you've done it more than once already, and it's definitely not the solution to getting sustainable results, okay? So let's just talk about why that does not work. Here's why that doesn't work. First, let's address the fact that it absolutely will work one time. And that's what makes it so tricky, because the first time we decide to go ahead and go on a tirade doing a bunch of cardio and burning a bunch of calories, we initially will see some weight loss results. For about 99% of the population, that first time you do it, you will get some results. But here's what happens, you guys. When you're doing a bunch of cardio and burning a ton of calories, you are not preserving your muscle. And the problem with this is that most of us combine that with a low-calorie diet or at least a low-protein diet, right? So we're burning up fat and we're burning up muscle all at the same time. And eventually we burn out. Eventually we have to get back to real life. Eventually we stop spending 2 and 3 hours in a day trying to burn all the calories that we can. And what happens is the calories that we were burning every single day, we got our body used to that. That is the new normal. We also burned up muscle, which, by the way, helps to keep your metabolism high. Your muscle is what helps you burn more calories when you're sitting still watching a Periscope, which is how we spend most of our day. So you stop doing the cardio, so you take away that calorie burn, and by the way, from doing all that, you burned up a ton of muscle, which used to help you burn more calories while you were sitting down. But now that that muscle is gone, you burn fewer calories sitting down. So not only do you not maintain your weight loss, you usually gain weight at rapid pace, you guys, at rapid pace. I cannot drive this home enough. And then you spend maybe months or years beating yourself up for not being able to get the weight to come off again, because what happens is when you get tired of gaining weight, you say, okay, well, I'm going to do it again, and you buckle down and you start doing all the cardio once again. But the problem is now your metabolism is already lower because you burned the muscle, which means you need even more to get results, which is how I ended up at the place where I was doing 90 minutes of working out a day to maintain my weight. And it doesn't work. It leaves you stuck in a cycle of frustration, you guys. The second thing, slashing calories, you guys. Here's why it doesn't work. There are 2 things that need to be going on at the same time in order for you to lose a significant amount of weight and in order for you to keep it off. 2 things have to happen. One is the thing that we're very aware of, maybe overly aware of, is the fact that there needs to be a deficit. You need to be burning more calories than you're consuming. That's the first thing. But you guys, that happening by itself is not enough. Because if it's you or if it's somebody you know who really doesn't eat a whole lot at all, maybe barely eats but they're still overweight. Maybe you barely eat but you're struggling with your weight. I have met people who had over 50 pounds to lose who honestly were barely eating over 800 calories a day. So having a deficit of calories is not enough. There's a second thing that needs to be going on at the same time, and that second thing is your hormones need to be balanced. And the way that you do that, the way that you can tell, first of all, is by paying attention to your appetite, your cravings, your energy. If that stuff is under control, that is called biofeedback. That is your body's way of telling you that your hormones are balanced, they're under control, okay? If you have that going on at the same time you have a caloric deficit, you have those 2 going on, you can lose weight. And you can sustain what you're doing because you're not fighting cravings and appetite and hunger all day long. so you can keep doing it so it's sustainable, you guys. If you are just slashing calories, you may be able to produce some initial weight loss results, but it's a crash diet and it will not work forever. And just like strategy number 1, if you are doing that, if you are just slashing your calories, if you are not being careful to take care of your hormones, so you're not paying attention to the fact that you're hungry all the time, you're not paying attention to the fact that even the smell of bread throws you into a tizzy because your cravings are just so all over the place. If you're not paying attention to any of that, what's happening is you are also burning muscle, you are lowering your metabolism, you are making it harder and harder to keep that weight off, and you're making it harder and harder to lose it again because you're going to have to, because it's going to come back if that is the way you got it off. Cutting out food groups. I see people, no carbs. They're totally cutting out carbs because they want to see some weight loss. Not significant and not sustainable, you guys. And the reason why it's not going to work is because unless you plan to do that forever, unless that is your forever plan, when you revert even back to normal, you guys, the weight is coming back and it's going to be harder to lose the second time.